everybody. Happy Friday. How y'all doing? I'm doing good. um, so we're gonna be playing the Mothman 1966 game again. We're starting over. We're gonna speed run it and see if we can get back to a spot. Hi, and save it as we go, because we know now that it does not autosave. But yeah, so we're gonna try to speed run that and get back to where we were before. Cause I forgot to do that. Well, I didn't forget to do that. But I didn't. I was gonna play it off stream, but I didn't. So we're just gonna speed run it today. That's fine, cause now we know what to do, so it'll go a little bit quicker, I think. And then we'll get back to the lamppost and die again. Because I still haven't figured that part out. Do I sound weird? What the heck? I feel like I sound weird, and I don't know why it's doing that. Hello, hello. Wait, that's better. Maybe I just need to turn it up a little bit. Because it was in the same position it was before, but now I sound weird. Do I sound? How do I sound? Test, 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 test. Mic. Maybe? I think I sound a little bit better now. It reset. And I think it reset everything. Yeah, something sounds different. I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. Get that echo out of the way. I don't know what happened. OBS updated and yeah, OBS updated and everything is a little weird now. Probably gotta reset the mic and put our settings back what we had on there before. Ah well. It's alright for today. It's fine. I'm gonna put that over here a little bit. It's fine. OBS is a dick. I didn't want to what's his name in it? It did it on its own. Because I've been clicking do not update. Because I didn't want it to. And then when I turned it on today, it was like, we're updating. Heck you. Anyway. I don't remember. Did this have good music? Or no? I don't hear any music, so maybe not. No, wait. It did have music, didn't it? I'm gonna pause this for a sec. Just in case. Yeah, see, there's no continue. Heck. Alright. We'll start over. It's fine. Halt. Oh yeah, it did have some kind of music, yeah. Oh, continue? Oh. Okay, so the card thing. Now we know what the heck he's talking about. Because remember when we started it before? I'm like, what the heck is he talking about? 3 red, 5 black, and a discard pile. Of the 6 cards face up on the counter, 2 are red, 4 are black. So 5 red in all, and 9 black. Ow! Change my thing. Oh! Whoops! Sorry. I thought I pressed it. It didn't do anything. Sometimes you gotta press it like more than once. It's a butt. Why am I squinting? Okay. We have no more moves. So you have to bet now. What did I say last time? Black? I'll go red. Large majority of the face-up cards are black. And you know that betting against the streak is usually dangerous. Even though you've already chosen, you decide to stay away from the counter. Can't bear losing again. You think of your grandma Elise trying to win at solitaire for over 60 years. You take a deep breath and keep sweeping. So, like, the first time when I was playing this, I was like, why is he so bad at solitaire? It's solitaire. But it's that special solitaire that they invented that is actually very hard. Elise's been paralyzed from the waist down since she was 21. Your mom was only 2 months old. The winter Elise taught you how to play solitaire, your parents and sister had been dead for almost a year. You'd already begun to forget their faces. Although you cook for her, do her laundry, bathe, and even dress her, it still feel like she's the one taking care of you. You close your eyes and almost feel Elise stroking your hair. You're 11 years old again, kneeling next to her bed, crying your heart out. Suddenly the bell rings and you feel an invisible force trying to drag you into the present. Oh, dude is a pile of issues. um, yeah, look through the window. Those fucking kids. First brat is followed by two more. They step on the hose and activate the bell for a second and a third time. You don't know what comes over you, but you yell some things at them that you're too ashamed to remember. You justify yourself, thinking that they might be the ones who got you into your garage that night and stole some parts of the replica machine gun you're building. You won't let anyone mess with your project. The whining steam machine gun is the jewel of your collection. Kids yell at you, old freak, and laugh, sheltered by the distance. Deep down, you know it can't be them. How would they know which parts of the machine gun were worth stealing? Anyway, that guard dog's been brought over a few days, been being brought over in a few days, and you'll be able to stop your worrying. Yeah, well, um, check the hose. You think about what someone told you at the bar about replacing the hose with a thicker one so that it could only be activated by the weight of a car. And what happens if the kids jump with their bikes and land on top of the hose with one of the wheels, you ask? Kids are always going to find some way to bust your balls, they replied. Try to calm down. You look at the shelves and think of the solitaire your grandma taught you. Your grandma always said that everyone has their place in the world. Why is it like he's describing her like she's dead? She's not. We know she pops back up. She's there. And that people keep dancing around it without ever reaching it. To win this solitaire, you have to stop dancing. You know the chances of winning are incredibly low, almost zero. You can't bring yourself to turn over the next card and decide to start sorting the shelves instead. Doing simple jobs builds up your self-confidence and provides you some illusion of control. Means same. Uh, there's a bottle. I like this part actually. Oops. Shit. I don't think this guy is stable enough to have his own steam machine gun. No, I don't think so. There is music. I forgot his music is really low. Good. One type of product on each shelf. And here's where it gets freaky. You scratch your head. This time sorting the shelves doesn't help. You feel the same urgency as before and you can't think of anything else. Is the car going to be black? You need it to be black. Suddenly the air seems heavy and you find it a bit difficult to breathe. Ah! I love the art in this game. Three men in black are staring at you. Through the window you see a black Cadillac by the pump. Yes? You wish you'd asked them how they got into the station without you hearing the door open, or how they left the car there without the bell ringing. But that trembling yes was the only thing you managed to utter. The moose. The moose? After a few seconds of not receiving any response, you decide to break the silence. The moose. You bought a woman a whiskey. Oh, you asked them about the moose. I think that's what they said. You don't know if it's the right move, but you try to relax and be more friendly. Do you know of a more effective way to socialize? Wah, 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 wah. I'm pretty sure we're going to be playing this a lot during this game. You told her to dream about your grandma. A chill runs through your body. Been a few weeks since that night, and every thought. Even though you had a good time with Martha and have no regrets, something about the way these men in black ask their questions make you uneasy. What do you want to know? Granny in the forest. One of the men further back lets out a cracking noise. You look at him believing he's laughing, but his expression doesn't change. Tell him about your dream. My grandma has been bedridden for over 60 years, but in the dream I saw her running through the woods. Start from the beginning. And don't omit any details. You don't know if it's the way they look at you or because of a certain authority in their voice, but you tell them everything about the dream. 5 or 6 weeks ago, you woke up in the middle of the night certain that something had happened to your grandma. You ran up to her room and Elise wasn't in bed. The window was wide open. You ran to it and saw someone walking through the trees. It was her, and she was holding a rifle of the kind your ancestors would have carried in the Civil War. You tried to call out to her. Your grandma started running and shot 2 or 3 times into the blackness of the forest. You're about to go down and find her when a winged figure with glowing red eyes appeared in front of the window and screamed. You stumbled backwards, and after hitting your head on a bedpost, you lost consciousness. You woke up in your bed and remembered the dream almost instantly. You went up the stairs 2 at a time and opened the door to her room. Your grandmother slept peacefully on the bedside. On the bedside table was a glass of milk you bring her every night, and a deck of cards she used to play solitaire. During the days that followed, you tried to convince yourself that it had all been a dream, even though you couldn't explain where the little stitches at the base of your skull had come from. Yeah, which ancestors? Better have been on the right side, dude. Actually, they all were kind of messed up, if we're being honest. But at least, you know, the northern guys weren't fighting for owning people. Anyway, after a few seconds, one of the main men in black speaks again. The spots on her legs predate her birth, Holt. What? What is he talking about? Is he referring to the dozens of moles on your grandma's legs? And what do they mean by saying those spots predate her birth? Elise always makes the same joke when you sponge her calves. There's way too much information about how he cleans up his grandmother. I'm just gonna go and say that right now. It's a little uncomfortable. Be thankful that you have to clean my legs and not my grandfather's. According to what she told you, her granddad had been shot dead by an experimental weapon early in the Civil War when his legs were ripped to shreds. The whining steam gun, son. A machine gun that doesn't appear in any book. You think about the replica you are putting together in the workshop and you wonder if it was the men in black who had stolen those pieces. You're not telling anyone else about this visit, Holt. You start to complain when one of the men in black picks up a card from the counter. The top card of the deck. The crunch horrifies you. The teeth of the man seem to tear more than simply paper. Dunk. Desperate, you throw yourself under the counter and look for the card. Your heart's pounding. Dun. You look out the window and you don't see the Cadillac. You walk to where the car was parked a few moments ago. You step on the hose and the bell rings. What the fuck? Jack of diamonds. Motherfucker, it's red. You think about the edge one of the men in black tore off, and you remember the noise it made when he chewed it. Was it a threat? A warning? You wonder if you should tell your grandma everything that happened or just keep your mouth shut and keep playing solitaire with a marked card. Do, do, such a weird game. These two now. I feel like it took way longer last time. Maybe it's because we were playing Payne's Creek first. What's wrong? I told you it's nothing. That damn pause again. There's something she's not saying. Maybe? The Mustang purrs. You shake your head, feeling sad inside. Oh, God. The sound of an engine hides no secrets. Lee, you're right. You bite your lip and sigh. Why is everything so damn hard? Victoria settles into her seat. Let's start over, okay? Where we going? I'm just gonna answer the question. It's a surprise. Please. No, Vic, have some patience. You'll never forget this night. Victoria giggles and you think it's the best gift in the world. For a moment, you forget all the previous discussions, your obsessions. A giggle, a friendly gesture, making someone feel good ain't rocket science. You look at the clock and can't believe your eyes. You left your house on time, but you're pretty late. How could you step on the gas? Lee? You scratch the side of your head. Wow, you really hate being told how to drive. Yes, because you are a man-child. Lee. Why doesn't she just tell you to slow down? So slow down. Why do you need to her to tell? You take your foot off the gas. I don't like him, by the way. Thanks. You're trying your best. You really think Victoria could be the one? The one. Your dad once said the perfect woman doesn't exist. Couples form when people get tired of looking and just give up. Your dad was a piece of shit. You remember your mother's rants, all those women's names she rattled off, but they were part of an endless grocery list. You won't end up like him. Anything but that. You try to smile and force yourself to be more cheerful. All these people have issues and I don't like any of them. Heck, everyone in this, but at least it's not the Corey. Oh God. You want a clue? Yes. Victoria looks at you. Victoria looks into your eyes and you feel a warmth in your face that takes you by surprise. You felt the same thing the first time you saw her in college. You keep looking at her for a few seconds that seem like forever. What, do I have a booger? Where? God. You can't help laughing out loud and have a hard time. Oops. Something about kissing her. I don't know. It comes from far away. Victoria makes a gesture for you to complete the sentence. You just shrug. Comes from far away. I mean, that could be anything. Guess then. Circus? Cold. One would be a source of superstition, but we're talking thousands. Source of superstition? Black cat? Victoria looks at you expectantly, desperate to be right. Freezing cold. Thousands of black cats? You're going to a place with thousands of black cats? It happened 100 years ago. Victoria answers almost immediately. After all, you're both majoring history. The end of the Civil War. Why is there so much Civil War stuff here? No, not in 1865. I mean exactly 100 years ago, Vic. Oh, let me think then. You're running out of time. There was a cholera outbreak in 1866, right? No. And how twisted do you think I am to set up a date themed around a cholera outbreak from a century ago? Victoria laughs and hits you on the shoulder. You chuckle and act like it hurt. No, Vic, just give me a minute. You won't guess it unless you reach out to open the glove box and Victoria grabs your wrist. Better leave it to me. Victoria opens the glove box and examines its contents. Y'all shitty history majors too. Oh God, like meteor shower will be kind of high on the list of things that happen. A folder, a box, a flashlight. What are you looking for exactly? Victoria opens the folder and examines it. Some paper, insurance. You want to read some of this? You shake your head. In the box, Victoria takes out the box and opens it. You think about saying something, but you instantly regret it and keep your mouth shut. Spare change, a lighter, a pack of cigarettes. Keep looking, please. Oh, God. Look under the flashlight. A book? 1966 Shelby Mustang. The car handbook? No, not that. What else? There's something else in there. I already got everything out. Wait, 1 second. There's this too. Victoria stretches out her hand and you finally grab the map you wanted. It was folded against the bottom of the glove box. You start talking and Victoria interrupts you. Hold that thought while I put everything back. Sheesh. Maybe don't shove it under everything, idiot. Organize your car better, forehead. Ha, very funny. Vic flicks through the book as she found. Red Badge of Courage? Haven't you read this book 1,000 times? You know she's testing you. Vic knows exactly why you carry it everywhere. The novel that portrays the era that you're obsessed with like no other. The hell is this? Suddenly you remember you're using a pencil sketch that Victoria drew of you in one of your classes as a bookmark. Sketch she begged you with tears in her eyes to destroy it. You swore you already had. Vic, I'm sorry. Dude's got more like a 6 head, to be honest. He's very square. I get the feeling we don't like this man. Hey, Hawk. No, we don't. So we played it before and it didn't save, so we're going through it again. And he's obnoxious. I don't like anybody to be honest, but he's very obnoxious. He's like the worst. Also, how you doing? I swear, watch out! You avoid, you swear to avoid a shape in the road. Victoria looks back. Lee? We almost ran that thing over. I mean, it's a retro horror setting. Everybody's a little dumb. That's true, but EU. You put your hand on Vic's shoulder, trying to reassure her. Victoria points ahead. Just keep your eyes on the road, please. She's doing it again, telling you how to drive. You almost hit something, dumbass. Of course she's telling you how to drive. At least this time she came right out with it instead of saying Lee disapprovingly. You try to control yourself, but it's hard. You're a horrible driver. It's not just this last thing, but the buildup of all the small gestures. You take the map and throw it on her lap, like a baby. Victoria raises her arms in disbelief. The Leonids, Victoria. We're going to have dinner watching the Leonids. Leonids? Victoria says nothing. Forgive me for trying to erase a perfect date. You try to keep silent, but you can't hold it in. A meteor shower, a phenomenon associated with the passing of Temple-Tuttle Comet every 33 years. Victoria keeps saying, I thought he said it happened 100 years ago. Did he say every 33 years? But he said it happened 100 years ago. I don't know. Victoria keeps staring ahead. In 1866, there was one of the most spectacular meteor showers ever recorded. I saw some lithographs in the library. Victoria doesn't even move. Everyone makes a wish on the shooting star. Imagine how many wishes you can make with thousands of stars shooting through the sky. God. Victoria settles in her seat. Not the sharpest crayon in the box. You know what, Lee? Shut up. You've never heard that tone before from her. Just keep quiet until we reach. She pauses as she examines the map you threw in her lap. Help? Holt Station? You feel your heart pounding, your hands are shaking. That's what she wants, for you to keep quiet? Yes. She literally just told you to shut up because you're stupid. You're not to say a goddamn word. Your hands grip the wheel tight. All the preparations you made for tonight, which you didn't consult her in at all. Like, you didn't, ask her. Your friend Freddie had worked out the ideal place to see them in all their splendor, away from the city lights. And when you noticed Holt Station was inside the area, you didn't hesitate. But now Vic ruined it. Yes, she ruined it. It's all her fault. What the fuck? Something hits the Mustang's antenna. The hell's that? Stop, please, stop! Do I don't stop the car? I'm gonna don't stop the car. For some reason, you don't understand, you speed up. Oh wait, I didn't stop last time. Whoops. Can I, go back? Oh, you know what? I'm gonna save. While I'm there. Oh, I can't, choose something else. Slow down! Lee, please! Lee! Victoria's words make no sense. And you die. Somehow managed to hit a bat with the car antenna, sure, right? Stop the car. You slam on the brakes and instinctively you put a hand in front of Victoria to keep her from hitting the windshield. You get out of the car and find a dead bat in front of your headlights. The animal hit the antenna and somehow got entangled. Can't believe it. What are the odds of something like this happening? Don't bats have some advanced echolocation system like a submarine sonar? Not if somebody yeets it at you. Yeet. What starts at a simple grunt in your throat emerges as a helpless scream. Why are you screaming? Why are you screaming? This is what I get for trying to do something different. Oh my god. We should have gone to the movies. Lee. Rick's whispering. Oh. Emotional damage. Vic's whispering. Oh, she goes, Lee. Doesn't take long to see why. Puppies! Over there. A coyote is watching you from where the dark of the forest meets the light of the moon. Vic, we got this. Not interested in us. They're scavengers. You hear the growl that quickly multiplies. Suddenly you're surrounded. Not the first time you face coyotes in the woods, but you aren't taking any chances. When I say run to the car as fast as you can. When I say run to the car as fast as you can. You try to recall all the advice you've heard for situations like this. Make lots of noise, wave your arms around. One of the coyotes in front of you approaches. Are you approaching me? Yo. On this side of the car, in the center. That would be left? Yeah. So it's like little mini games in this too. You winning? Hey, Spectre. I don't know. Somehow they drove over to an MMO and random wildlife is Argo for no reason. The random rag. Oh my god. Wildlife is always aggro for some reason in these games. Shit. Three coyotes advance at once. Yelling and waving arms won't work hard enough this time. Got a bang on the hood. Where? They have Kevin Eleven's car. Who's that? I don't know who that is. I don't know pop culture. Trick seems to work and all the coyotes back down. No coyote advanced this time. It's your chance to go on the offensive. So we were supposed to throw a stone, pick him up. Uh, punk. Character from Ben 10. Oh! Right, right. See, I was like a little bit too old by the time like Ben 10 and those cartoons came out. So I didn't watch a lot of them. I am old. Not old, but old. Coyote retreats into the dark. One less coyote. Run to the car. He forgot about that. My brother watched Ben 10, I think. You get to the car, close the door, and Victoria starts laughing. Although you knew the reaction is more adrenaline than anything else, you start laughing too and then kiss her. You start up the car and the V8 roars into life. You resume the trip. um, After a few wordless minutes, you suddenly remember something. Halt! Vic! We're going to Holt's gas station. Victoria starts whistling. The doubts, the fears, everything seem a bit ridiculous now. Think about the plans you made for tonight and smile. You really like to hear her whistle. Why did she whistle? She just go out of nowhere. Oh man, hungry rules, bad blood. Let's make out. I only saw some Ben 10, so I tried watching it from the beginning, but I think it was on HBO Max, and I read the thing that said it's just they're getting rid of all Cartoon Network cartoons, which is shitty, but whatever. Um, let's make out. Yeah, these people are weird, man. Hence my title. Lee turns off the car and looks you in the eye. He smiles, and that smile seriously pisses you off. Oh my god. Yeah, she also has issue. Before you can open your mouth, Lee taps you on the leg. Wait here, Vic. I swear you won't believe it. Infinity Train and Summer Camp Island. Oh my god. I don't know any of these shows. I'm so out of touch. Last thing I watched on like Cartoon Network, other than like Toonami and Adult Swim, was probably like Powerpuff Girls and stuff. Like that era. Also, I am dying today. We played Beat Saber till 4 a.m. Oh my god. I want to play Beat Saber. I'll get in such good shape. But rest. Rest your body, dude. See him greet someone. Holt? Lee had been Holt Station on the map he'd thrown in your lap 20 minutes ago. He written it by hand and might as well have said Hort Station or Halt Station. Hell Station, even. Lee's handwriting is bad. Remember the time you mentioned it to him and he responded with disappropriate anger. He does that a lot. A nonsensical rant which involves several philosophers of language. Like, what the fuck? Why would you stay with him, let alone have a child with him? All because you told him his handwriting was dreadful, but you know where those reactions come from. That night you got drunk and late, and Lee told you his father would have wanted to be born ugly. After the initial surprise, you couldn't stifle a belly laugh, and Lee looked down. For a few minutes, he didn't want to tell you anything else. You finally convinced him to continue. I always got what I wanted just by smiling. Ugly people have to develop their muscles. Unfortunately, those muscles are the ones that last. Couldn't believe those words that come out of the mouth of a flesh and blood human being. Maybe some poorly written character from a cheap romantic novel, but Lee's father? Right? He pictured Lee that night, throwing pebbles from the shore while telling you everything about his father's teaching. All that frustration. Was that the night you got pregnant? You both had been drinking. Suddenly you find it difficult to breathe. Wait! I just thought of something. What if it's not his baby? What if it's an alien baby? Because she doesn't remember getting pregnant. What if it's Mothman's baby? Suddenly you find it difficult to breathe. The interior of the car feels like it's getting smaller and smaller. You need some air. Yeah, say hi. Holt, right? Holt seems startled. Hello. This is Victoria, my girlfriend. Be right back, Vic. That mouth was pretty bricked up, not gonna lie. You see him walk away with a box they took out of the truck. Oh, God, bricked up. What's in the box? You're not stupid. You know that Lee has some business on the side beyond his work as an intern at the university. You heard some rumors and you have your suspicions. However, you never did too much digging. You prefer to keep it a mystery, something to make Lee a little more interesting. You mean interesting at all? You light a cigarette. Don't smoke while preggers. Don't smoke while pregante. Will Lee be a good father? No. Absolutely not. And a question you still haven't had the courage to ask. Would you be a good mother? No. Absolutely not. The clicks repeat at irregular intervals. What? Oh, like crickets? Or electrical static? What the heck is that supposed to be? Small moths approach the light to get electrocuted. Oh. Is that love, Victoria? You laugh and shake your head from side to side. Think of all the manuscripts you torn up. You tried poetry, drawing. History seemed like an obvious choice. You don't need any talent to be a historian. I mean, you need a little bit of talent. Not like art or anything, but like this creepy mofo. Hello? The man talks to himself while holding something in his hand. Have you seen any winged creatures flying over the area yet? For a moment you think he's asking some kind of tricky question and you remain silent. However, something about him tells you that he's genuinely asking. You look at the man bathed in the shine of the streetlight and the scene fascinates you. Surreal, some of your old friends would have said, the ones that organized poetry nights and read L'Autrement. Excuse me, you are? Oh, yeah, sorry, Hill, Lou Hill, writer. Victoria Greenberry, history student. I still haven't named this a sim that. I wrote it down, though. Winged creatures, Mr. Hill? Winged. Lou, please. Can I call you Victoria? Uh-huh, sure. I'm looking into about a dozen reports, Victoria. Numerous witnesses claim to have seen human-sized winged creatures flying over the area. Angels? Heh! Lou smiled, but the smile doesn't last long on his face. Look there, the top of the trees. Won't take you long to find one. You aim at the area Lou just told you. Everything's blurry, so adjust. Oh, it's getting more blurry. Notice a change in your left eye. Biblically accurate Mothman. God dang it. What the? It was just a second, but you think you saw something up there. Was it suggestion? I don't think they're angels, Victoria. But before I tell you my theory, I need your help. Could you draw in this notebook what you just saw? Sure. At any other time, you'd have refused with some witty comment, but there's something about Lou Hill that invites you to play along. You wonder if the fact that he presented himself as a writer has something to do with it. Oops. Little owl head. There we go. Before giving, shoot, Lou hadn't asked for them, but somehow they make you feel less anxious. You do notes. Sometimes it skips ahead, and sometimes it completely skips it. You never felt confident about your work. Lou looks at the notebook for a few seconds that feel too long. Think about that time you showed your sketches to your art teacher and how he embarrassed you in front of the rest of the class. Wide hips. Motherfucker. What? Sorry, I was talking to myself. Can't help but blush. Victoria! For once, you're glad to hear Lee's voice. That's not good. That's not a good sign. To, for once, be glad to hear his voice. Y'all are bad. All good? Although he seems to be talking to you, Lee keeps staring at Lou. Lou Hill, writer. Lou holds out his hand. Lee Miller, historian. Jealous of some dude he just met. Tragic. Oops, what did I say? I'm gonna save this. Lee walks over and puts his arm around you, his back to Lou. You know, he must have been annoyed that Lou introduced himself as a writer. Although it's hard for you to admit it, you like to be hugged. You feel safe. You think you would also feel safe in your grandmother's arms or in the arms of any of the other strong women in your family. But the heat of Lee's body, the hardness of his muscles, you remember all those biologist arguments you hate so much and can't help but smile. It's like you're cheating when nobody's looking. What? Come on, Vic. Let's see the surprise. Close your eyes. Fine. Now open them. He? So, what do you think? A romantic dinner for two under the same meteor shower that amazed our ancestors. You instinctively put your hand to your belly, and then when you realize it, you quickly put it in your pocket. You look at the dog tied to the post. The dog growls into the dark. See, he was growling that whole time. Y'all didn't pay any attention to the dog. And that's what happens. Mm. You've known Lou Hill for a few months now. The first time you talked to him was at the Moose. Lou was looking for information about some unusual lights in the sky. Nobody would talk to him. Before going to the restroom, you went over to his table and suggested he buy his people a drink first. When you got back, Lou was already talking to Rick and Stella, their tongues sufficiently loosened. Lou raised his glass in your direction and smiled. Excuse me. Although it wasn't you who gave him the nickname, you still feel a little guilty. Since that night, the locals refer to him as Lou Refill Hill. What do you recall about the encounter with these men in black? You smile. What does he mean? Had only been a week. You think about how to answer. You know Lou, he loves asking questions, so you're gonna tell him one thing and one thing only, no follow-up questions. Uh, I told him about how they bit the card. One of the men in back bit a card and told me not to tell anyone about their visit. Lou listened carefully. He seemed to hesitate, and you seized the opportunity to change the subject. You know, otherwise he'd keep asking you about the encounter all night. Red or black? What? The card. Red. You turn over the card. It's red. Good. It's the solitaire my grandma taught me. No one could ever win it. Lou suddenly seemed interested. How you play it? Rules are simple, but winning? There's a reason why it's called the impossible solitaire. Let me show you. I did spend a little bit too long playing this last time, but it was kind of fun. Objective is to move every card from the board to the discard pile. You can move any card whose rank is one higher or one lower than the topmost card in the discard pile. So let's say there's a 5 in the pile. You can either place a 4 or a 6 on top of it. And remember, if there's a king in the pile, you can replace it with an ace. Ace comes after king, and the opposite is also true. 28 cards to move. Seems easy enough, right? Dang it. Gotta go the long way. Can't just click on it. There we go. So I got 10. There's a 9. There's an 8. I'll get the last 8. Kind of needs that 4-bit buzzer sounds, right? Don't have a 7 or a 9. I have a 10. When you're stuck, you can turn over a card from the stock to the pile, discard pile. But to turn it over, you need to make a bet first. Black or red? What's it gonna be? Lose the bet and you lose the game. Son of a bitch, it's almost unwinnable. Ah, shoot. Ah, fuck's sake. That's fine, I'm leaving the game. You hear barking from the back of the station. Trent? When they brought him in, they told me his name was Chase. Fuck it, it's Trent. For me. You know Trent, right? From the moose? Tall, prominent belly and a scar parallel to the growth of his beard. You laugh heartily. Lou Hill might be a bit of a pain in the ass, but no one can deny he was good with description. You think about the book he's giving you. He signed it and everything. Where'd you leave it? I call him Trent because he barks like Trent on open mic Tuesdays. And only has a 50-50 on the deck. So dramatic. Yeah. It's the core of the story though. Is this working? Yeah, it's working. Why didn't it pop up before? Oh well. Come on, let's go to the garage and see the machine gun. See, ignoring the dog. If that was me, I would have went straight to the dog. First of all, he wouldn't be outside. Don't leave your pets outside. They put me in much more chill role for work today, and I'm so happy. That's awesome. And you get to relax, especially since you're in pain from Beat Saber. So is this his idea of a special date? Looking at shooting stars while holding your hand? Telling you his plans for the end of the semester? Can't stop thinking about that raw strength of the hug from a minute ago, or how he scared the coyotes away by yelling and throwing stones. You think about your friend May, all those dark fantasies she told you about. Holding hands like this, smiling and talking and looking into each other's eyes, feels like giving up, doesn't it? Sheesh. Sheesh. You know you're to blame too. Aren't you playing a perfect girlfriend role? Don't you make eyes at him? Don't you say love whenever you call him? So is this it, Victoria? Is this what you want for the rest of your life? Why don't you make up your mind just for once? You think of May again, of those women she claimed to know who could solve your situation using a coat hanger. It wouldn't be the first or the last. Dogs bark The dog barks like a maniac and you appreciate the distraction. A mixture of guilt, anguish, and apathy takes over you. Clown. And now what? Why is he looking at you like that? Why doesn't he say anything? Has he asked you a question? I said if you're excited about the doors. No, oops. No. What? The doors, Victoria? How can you not be excited? He just smiles. Smiling sometimes works. Freddie told me they're about to release their first album. It seems they'll be playing in New York. We're gonna see them live again then? Poor dog, man. He's been trying to tell y'all this whole time there's a freaking Mothman over there and nobody's paying attention. Even though you try, you gradually stop listening to him. Hesitancy returns and all those questions. And the fucking dog won't stop barking. Well, go see what he's barking at. What had been a distraction now driving you crazy? What the hell is wrong with him? Shooting fucking stars. Why don't you make a wish, Victoria? How about going home, covering up your head with a pillow and sleeping for 18 hours straight? You feel like crying and trying to calm down. Ah, look at her face. Like, what the fuck? Those eyes. That creature you thought you saw in the treetops would lose binoculars. Had it been real? Not just your imagination? His dumbass is just staring up into... Vic! Let me say this. You know what? I'm tired of it already. Exhausted. I've been trying and trying for more than 10 minutes. Can you tell me what's wrong with you? You stay silent. You need to think, but Lee's right. It's not fair to either of you. So much noise, it's impossible for you to concentrate. You know they're all excuses, though. Winged monsters. That emote. Oh, God, I wish I could put an L on my head. That'd be so funny. It's just your brain, desperately trying not to focus on what's important. The sudden scream chills your blood, and silence takes over everything. Oh, I'm a little framey. Why am I framey? I like framey. I feel like I'm framey. Now it's back to Hope. Have you met Lee, the guy with the blonde girl? Or tall guy with the blonde girl? He made Xerox copies of some of the docs I've used to assemble this beauty. Where did he get the docs from? You bite your lower lip. Do all writers ask so many questions? Lee works at the university in the history department. Lou adjusts his glasses. You don't know why, but that gesture irritates you. Not sure, tall. Not the puppy, no! Yeah. They didn't listen to the dog was barking the whole time, and they're just like, whoa, why is the dog barking? Because Mothman is there. Go get the puppy. You don't know why, but that gesture irritates you. The whiness doesn't work like a normal machine gun. Normal machine guns use gunpowder to fire projectiles. Yeah. Do you know what this uses? Centrifugal force. Interesting. Lou repeats the gesture with the glasses. Today Lee brought me some ketchum grenades. You know about ketchum grenades? No. Lou shakes his head and readjusts his glasses for the third time in less than 5 minutes. So they don't fit. You take a deep breath. Say it doesn't matter and leave. Maybe some other time. Lou's about to say something when you hear a scream that makes your blood run cold. You grab the shotgun without thinking twice. It's coming from the back. Come on. You don't have a good feeling about it. Something's not right. I love that image. Everybody's like, ah! Trent, no! I'm gonna skip over this. Poor puppy. I'm just gonna shoot it. Oh, wait, he didn't. Because he's stupid. Maybe I should have ran to Trent the first time. Drop the shotgun and grab the chain. Come on, hurry. Oops. But before they arrive, you get yanked up. Oops. God, I keep skipping stuff. Release the chain. Donk. Don't move. Listen to Vic Holt. Her sister's a nurse. No bones seem to be broken. My dog. Victoria and Lee help get. Oh my God. Victoria and Lee help you to your feet. Lou doesn't take his eyes off the creature for a single second. He let go. He just let go. What? 1 second. I know where your dog is, Holt. Wait a minute. Got something in the car. Let's go. A gift from Freddy. Cool, right? Hey, look, I got a gun. Hey, I'm cool, right? You try to get up, but you feel dizzy and stumble. Victoria gives Lee a disapproving look and helps you keep your balance. Follow me. Hello, just stopping by to wish you an amazing stream. Hi, everybody. It's Moishi. Moishi? Hey, Blank Page. Hoi, hoi. How y'all doing? Asshole, thank you. um, Follow me. You would have liked to smile at her. After all, Victoria just wants to help, but I could do it by myself. You get your rifle and walk with the rest onto the blackness of the forest. We should go in. That direction. No. I think we should go that way. Lee. Now what? The place where Trent fell. I've calculated it by projecting a point where the creature dropped it onto this map. You calculated, you say? Weren't you a writer? Oh yeah, let's split the party. Lou, don't mind him. Do what you want. Constantly checking the map, Lou leads the group on. We should be close. There. Your heart's pounding. Please, compress his chest, use both hands just like that. How curious. Do you know that the cardiopulmonary resuscitation procedure was discovered by Dr. Knickerbocker while he was trying to save a dog? As he speaks, Lou carefully examines the top of the trees. It was at Johns Hopkins University. Victoria rests her hand on yours and moves her head from side to side. You stop pressing and a few tears roll down your cheek. The interesting thing is what happened to the dog afterwards. Tell him to shut up. Lou, shut up. Shut up or I'll shoot you right in the face. Why didn't you shoot? Why didn't you try to blow the creature's brains out? Oops, sorry, I hit my mic. Deep down, you know that's just guilt talking. And that maybe there was nothing you could have done differently to save him. Lee? Have you seen Lee? You stand up and look around. Lee's gone. Guess Lee's a dum-dum. We're getting near where we left off last time, though. You walk faster to keep your thoughts at bay. What the hell is wrong with her? Why did she even listen to him? Ryder, says the fucker. What a loser. Oh my god, I hate this dude so much. You walk through the woods confident that you will be the one to find Holt's dog, even though they already found it. What then, Vic? What weird little face you make? See, they're there. Dum-dum. Hello? You feel like someone is watching you. You walk into a dense forest area where the darkness is almost total. You walk even faster than before. Finally, you reach a clearing and look at the sky. Meteor showers gaining intensity. Your heart is in anguish and you find it hard to breathe. Are you watching these, Victoria? Are you? Mothmen did a little nibby nibble on my cable, so my Wi-Fi is going in and out. If you see me leaving and coming back, that's why. Oh, okay. No problem. That silly Mothman biting on your cables like that. How dare he? You hold your head in your hands. Gonna cry. Last time you cried like this, you were 16. You come home early and found him hitting your mother. Tried to separate him, and your father took it out on your ribs. His blows were like a rain of sledgehammers, and his breath reeked of alcohol. He pushed you against the wall. You ended up on the floor. Your mom was clutching her head when your dad took a deep breath and kicked you in the stomach. Won't hit you in the face because it's the only thing you got going for you. And one day you won't have it anymore. You carry your father's photos in your wallet, not to remember how good he looked. Hell no. Whenever the pain was too much, you scratched his entire face until his features blended with the cuts in the paper. What the? You seem to hear something, a kind of rumor. You think of the noise hands make when they shake dust off an old volume. A river? Try to think about the map you've got in the car. Can't remember seeing a river here. Further west, sure, but here? As you get closer, you hear it more clearly. You feel a kind of calm, no peace, but numbness. Suddenly, the whitest light you've ever seen floods the ground. Even when there's no river nearby, the sound is deafening. What? You feel the light pulse with painful intensity, as if millions and millions of red ants were sinking their little jaws into your skin. Pain turns into light. You want to scream, but you have no mouth, nor larynx, nor lungs, and the white that perceives everything consumes you. Don't know how long it takes. You feel the urgency of what's yet to be, and white makes you desperate. And there's a goat. The goat standing up. Is he the goat? You feel the white leaving your body, and you hear your own voice screaming at the top of your lungs. And they're gone. You drop to the floor and cover your head with both hands. You're filled with a sense of completeness that you cannot explain. We all need a little darkness. I don't know what that means. I mean, I get it, kind of, but... Lee! Where's that idiot? Calm down, Victoria. Lee knows how to take care of himself. Holt's right. Lee is going to show up eventually. Did you know that he chased away a pack of coyotes with screams and stones and a blow on the hood of his car? Lou smiles. You wonder if it's authentic or a calculated gesture to show some empathy. Holt? What? What's your business with Lee? Holt looks at you for a few seconds before answering. You think of one of the computers at the campus, the IBM 7040. You know what it's called because you once wrote a poem with that title. Holt is like that computer. From the outside, it's impossible to tell what it's evaluating before giving you an answer. You can ask him directly when we find him. You wonder if you could have done something differently, a new input. That's the term they usually use in the computer department. A word you struggled to rhyme when you wrote that poem. You hear twigs snapping. Vic right now. Who's there? Grandma? Oh yeah, I forgot. She fucking... Grandma. The sight of Holt's grandma holding an old rifle mesmerizes you. The whole thing looks like an image from some Winth painting. Winth? What? Oh. A wet dream for almost any of your classmates. An image that not only defies gender stereotypes, but also demolishes social constructs like that of a grandma in classic stories. Why are you thinking of this now? Why are you thinking of this now with this lady standing here with a big old gun with that face? I looked over to see feral Granny with no contacts. We don't have contacts either. She just popped up. That's his grandmother. She technically is not supposed to be able to walk. But he had a dream about her walking like this, and now she's here. The expression on Holt's grandmother's face changes. Her features soften. My legs. Grandma! Holt picks up his grandma and helps her sit against a tree trunk. To be honest, this isn't too weird behavior for private liberal arts college students. Oh, God. It's a good thing I didn't go to a liberal arts college then. Holt picks up his grandma and helps her sit against a tree trunk. I read that. He looks at his dog's corpse and beckons you to come closer. I need to bury Trent before carrying on. You nod your head. How do you feel, ma'am? Confused. Here, Victoria. You didn't hear him approach. You grabbed a handkerchief without thinking twice. A strange feeling runs through your body. Shouldn't you have at least considered some other option? Then what? Wait, what are we talking about? Clean up her legs. You rub the handkerchief against her calves and gradually remove the mud stains. Scrub harder. No. I was probably your age when I stopped feeling my legs. Holt's grandmother sighs and closes her eyes. Have you ever seen so many moles together? Lou speaks almost in whispers. You wonder why. Let's go. Lou picks up the old rifle and examines it briefly. Holt looks at you with an expression you can't quite make out. You okay? No, you're not okay. But what are you gonna tell him? That you're pregnant, that your boyfriend is missing, and that winged creatures out of old pulp magazines are apparently more than just fiction? I will save it. You walk for a while in silence. What was... Try to think of something else, Victoria. A few minutes ago, you all started hearing the screams, noticing sudden movements in the treetops. We're almost there. You find it hard to believe what you're seeing. Look at them all. That one's dancing. Actually, they all kind of look like they're dancing. YMCA. Why are they? No, they're doing a YMCA. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's kind of small, but YMCA. Why are all these creatures flying over the gas station? Interesting. It's not interesting, dude. It's scary. Be scared. Hope punches Lou in the shoulder. What? Interesting? Did you find it interesting what they did to Trent? We're not in one of your cheap books, Lou. Sudden silence befalls the group. Plan. Listen. No, you just cover me. Dick? That's why you almost died like 8 times. You close your eyes tightly, trying to exercise the impotence you feel. Was it that hard for him to hear what you had to say? Shake your head from side to side. What's even the plan? Running with his grandma in his arms? Why does he have to be the hero? Hope! The shriek chills your blood. Fuck. Lou looks at you as if waiting for something. How many bullets in your rifle? 3. Hope it's enough. Uh, okay, I don't remember what we had to do here. 2 winged creatures. The light. Victoria, these creatures seek the light. Okay, so let's try... was it the... It was the farthest one first, right? Shoot. Shoot. Oops. Heck. Dude has X-ray vision glasses to count the rounds in that thing. Heck. We're gonna be playing that a lot. Okay, so it wasn't the first one, so we gotta shoot the closest one. Why is it flying up there? Maybe I'll do the middle one again. Center. Dang it. Aim for the farthest lamp. Aim for the center lamp, the closest lamp. Let's do the center lamp and shoot it. Middle, top, bottom. Oh. Okay, so we're doing middle. Farthest lamp on the right. So should we do bottom or this one? Let's try the bottom. Or would it fly over their head? Maybe. Let's see. Two creatures fight, take flight, and then get lost in the night. Nice. Yeah, yeah, gone. Run there. All clear. Okay, so this is now it's new stuff. Save game. I saved it. Fight night. Let's go. Help me with Holt and Elise. Let's get inside fast. Sorry. I thought my phone was making noise. Is someone gonna make a wish? Lou, what the heck? You laugh under your breath. You look at Holt and he looks away. You wonder if he's pissed because you saved him. You still can't believe everything that happened tonight. You know that as soon as you stop to think, you touch your belly and fight back tears. Lou looks at his watch. Jeez, man. The Leonids are reaching their point of highest intensity. Are they there because of the meteor shower? Screeching is deafening. Freaking creatures. I think I saw one in a dream. Lou was about to add something, but suddenly falls silent. The heck? What are they doing? You approach the window and rest your hand on the glass. Can't stop looking at their dance. Oh, now they're dancing. Before meeting Lee, you had some experiences in college. Experiences by which you sought to open the doors of your perception. She tried the LSD. Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if you find out. That is an annoying beat. Hold on. How do I... Let's just be... Music volume? Okay. That's effects volume, I guess. We will mute that. Dance with Mothman. Lee doesn't know, and you don't know how he would react if he found out. But the strange dance these creatures in the sky beats anything you experience while tripping. See, I turned off the effects, and that also turned off. That shouldn't have turned off. They call him the Javaro of the Hills. Javaro? What? That emote gets me every time. Dance. What he did lacked the ritual component. Had nothing to do with the taxidermy business, even less with mummification. What are you talking about? His shrunken animal heads were art, sold as collector's pieces. One afternoon, Liam, his only nephew, stole a bear head. The head had been emptied of viscera and was floating in a solution his uncle used in the early stages of the miniaturization process. Liam lifted the head out of the bucket, wiped it dry, and put it on like a helmet. What the This game is allergic to context. He stripped naked, left the house, and ran into the village. Liam entered the church in the middle of mass, screaming at the top of his lungs, waving his arms up and down as if he were clawing. One of the congregation members pulled out a gun and shot him. You remember the sheer terror you felt when you saw the bear man running towards the altar. This is worse. When did they get beefy? I'm so confused now. So they did a dance and they came down caked up. Is that what we're going with here? That was a deer. That was a pig. That's a bear. That was a giraffe. I don't know. Wait, that's the whole story? Also white pigment. I don't know. Hawk. Emo. I have no idea what's going on now. Yeah. Worse? Worse than what? Tell them about Liam. You tell them the story of Liam and his uncle, the Jabaro of the hills. Somehow you feel safe telling them stories from the past. As for what's on the other side of the window, the fear can't be any more present. Got some clippings from the case. Liam's story was an unfortunate event. It explains what happened to him, but it also provided an all too easy explanation for other sightings in the area. Bruh, they are pretty jacked. I'm looking respectfully. That's why, I mean, my title makes way more sense now. I was just being silly, but now we got fucking caked up pigman? I don't even know. Why am I so low? Hold on. There we go. Now I am of height. It explains what happened to him, but it also provides who's this person? I don't even know who they're talking about. The dog man, the owl woman? Many people told me stories about similar creatures in the moose. I guess. Lou adjusts his glasses. Lou refill Hill. You think I don't know what they call me in town? It may be true that some people make up stuff to get a beer, but imaginations have limits. They are having this conversation while pigmen are outside of their window just kind of looking at them like what? I would be terrified not talking about beers and Lou Justice's glasses. Same, same. Yeah, same. What the heck? I'm so confused, but this game is also kind of fun, so I'm gonna save it. And in the long run, we tend to rely on real experiences when telling a story. Mothman. They're somehow related to the Leonids and the gathering of all these creatures. Maybe he's right, and all the creatures outside started to appear after the aerial dance of these Mothmen? Check on your grandma. What the fuck? She's just there? Grandma. Better? What are those streaks, love? It's painful for you to see how confused she is. 1 second. You turn on the radio. Static. Slide to the left. Slide to the right. No matter which no matter which way you turn the dial, all you hear is static. You never sung at the Moose. Wait, you never sung at the Moose. Not even on booze nights when everyone egged you on and the booze in your system had drowned your inhibitions. Almost without realizing it, you start singing a lullaby Elise used to sing to make you sleep. Although more than 40 years have passed, the words come to your mind one after the other. You close your eyes and caress her hair, singing all the time. As soon as you feel rhythmic breathing of your grandmother, you get up. What was that? Lee? Victoria tries to hug Lee while he babbles something you don't understand. At no time does he look up. Where the hell have you been? Victoria. I thought. But he's here. What? Give him some space. Thank you. Lee takes a few seconds to start speaking. That woman is a little bit terrifying. I simply would not be touching her. That's his grandmother. I simply would not be touching her also. Lee takes a few seconds to start speaking. I think I got lost in the forest. Babe, take it easy. Victoria grabs his arm and Lee tries to smile. I thought I heard the sound of a river and I felt someone looking at me. After walking for a while, the noise was deafening, but there was no river. Lee starts to cry. Victoria tries to calm him down. As soon as he regains his composure, Lee keeps talking. And then came the white. I don't know how to explain it. It was as if I could see everything and nothing at the same time. And a goat looked up in the sky to watch the shooting stars. Yeah. It stood on two legs, like this, you know? Just like us. It's just like me, for real. What the hell is going on? I think the time has come. Let me tell you a few things. Lou clears his throat and begins to speak. Although you can't stand his tics or his false dramatics, you want to know what's going on. The Leonids occur every 33 years. Some are intense, like those in 1833 or the ones in 1866. Others are weak, 1899, for example. So he said 100 years ago, but it happens every 30 some years. So which one is it, dude? And those are the ones we have records of. You notice that Victoria grabs Lee's hand. Lou walks over to the window and points to the sky. This year they're intense again. 1866, 1966. Why a 100-year difference and not 99? That 1 year discrepancy bothers me too, and I think it has to do with the problems of our calendar and the periodic adjustments that we were forced to make. Tell me, have you ever seen a medieval manuscript? Huh? Just as you're about to open your mouth, Luke continues. Uh, un- they are usually adorned with warrior rabbits standing on two legs. Do you think these rabbits came from the imagination of medieval scribes alone? Those rabbits existed, and they were annihilated by man. Each meteor shower spawns new bipeds, and it was in one of these storms that mankind arose. What makes us different from all of them is that we survived by destroying any other biped that came along, or by reducing them to the realm of gossip or fiction. Outside, the creatures began to fight. Why? What? What? And what about Lou? Should you believe everything he says? After all, Lou's a writer. Your grandma's cough sounds like the noise of a tractor's engine refusing to start. Ugh, that's a weird noise for a person to make. Grandma? Ah! You have to kill them all. Okay. The, the voice of which she speaks seems to come from much further back than her throat. We had a secret weapon, and we would use it to finish off the upright beasts, but they decided to test it in the war. Elise? Uh, what are you talking about? I wanted to take the windings from the battlefield, and your grandma caresses her legs. I just want to finish the mission. Victoria and Lee look at each other. Lou walks up to you and tells you almost in a whisper, I bet the moles on your grandma's legs correspond exactly to her grandpa's wounds. Did you ever tell Lou about your grandma's legs? You're confused, and Lou seems to notice. It's not just free beers at the Moose Holt. People tell me things. Lou speaks softly, but his words resonate loudly in your head. The moles in your grandmother's legs, her grandfather's legs riddled by bullets in the Civil War. Could it be that at least grandfather was talking to you through her grandmother's body? Your grandmother's body? The Winans? The Winans! A project that has obsessed you for a long time, and now you think you know why. You decided not to think too much about it. He leased her grandfather, the moles, the men in black. You're terrified that beyond all your decisions, something more than your own free will is at work. Come on. The Winans. Quick, let's get her out. No, it's not working. What do you mean it's not working? It has some kind of safety mechanism, and I still haven't been able to assemble it successfully. Here, see? Oh, do I get a puzzle? Or the L's. Huh? You look at Lou with curiosity. On the blueprints there, those L's are the rubric of of a secret society founded in the middle of the last century. Not so secret if you know about it, is it? Lou doesn't answer you. Why the L? Some say it's because of the way the knight moves on the chessboard. Others say it's because of Lewis Carroll. The author of Alice in Wonderland? Hydrate. Oh, thank you, Seafoam Ghost. Hi. Thank you for the hydrate. Let me sit up. That's better. Ah, posture check. Posture and hydrate chat. Um. So wait, Lewis Carroll? Exactly. I'm gonna let him keep talking. Lou closes his eyes, holds a hand to the bridge of his nose, and clears his throat. Can this guy be any more affected? What? A stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. A stick I found that weighed 2 pounds. I sawed it up one day. In pieces 8 of equal weight. How much did each piece weigh? Man, I don't know. I don't like math. Everybody says a quarter of a pound, which is wrong. A riddle at this moment? Victoria strokes her chin, and Lee nods his head slightly as if he's counting something. Do you think it's time for a riddle, Lou? Lou raises his hand and moves aside. You take a deep breath. It shouldn't be that hard to find the right configuration. Uh, oh man. First row? I don't like having to do this in like bits. Vic got a point. What did Vic say again? I forgot. But honestly though, like that riddles are now absurd. Oh, riddles now are absurd. That's true. Everything in this damn game is absurd. You like to tell her just one of the stories you know about Lee just to wipe that smile off her face. You keep quiet. You know the situation has everyone on edge. You're no exception. Dang. Okay, so second row. Man, I have no idea how to do this. Are we getting them to line up? Uh, okay, I think that's right. Maybe make the 4 patterns at the top. Oh. Hmm. That lines up with that. Shoot. Are we making it down the middle? Oh, there's the L. I think that has to be first. What was that about the order, Lou? His smile seems authentic and you listen to him. The poem I recited to you earlier is by Lewis Carroll. And it's mentioned that one of the manifestos, the Order of the L, a stick I found that weighed 2 pounds, I sawed it in half one day. Or I sawed it up one day. A piece of 8 equal weight, how much did each piece weigh? We don't have time for you to find the answer. Lou looks at you and you shake your head. So I'm going to tell you. The answer is not a quarter of a pound like everyone says. The answer is a little less than a quarter of a pound. You have to take into account the weight that is lost with the dust when you saw the stick. Lee snorts and Victoria bites her lip. The answer may not convince you, but for the order, it represented something important. The answer highlights the difference between abstractions and the real world. In the abstract reality, cutting a branch does not produce dust, but it does in our daily life. One of the main goals of the order was to bring their riddles, games, and puzzles into the real world. God, that's hard to say. Lou stands next to you. Can I try? Hold. They're screaming outside. You look at your grandmother, or rather your grandmother's grandfather, possessing her body. You wonder if you should accept Lou's help or keep trying yourself. Either way, you're grateful Lou stopped talking. No, I'm accepting his help because I don't feel like doing this. Yay, he does it for me. I'm just making L's. Is that what I was gonna do? Supposed to do? He's making L's, chat. L's in the chat. The mechanism locked into place with a click. Although outside the creature's shots are getting louder, you can't. Shouts are getting louder. You can't help but feel a certain happiness. The whinings is finally complete. Now, everybody out! Elise stands next to the whinings holding a rifle. Lee, Lou, and Victoria stand back a little. You crack your knuckles and take a deep breath. At the helm of the whining steam-powered machine gun, you feel something strange. You find it hard to put into words. It's like as if somehow the present has given way to the past. Rabbit men! They are weak creatures. Cannon fodder in a war against the upright beasts. What is going on? So aim to the left, I guess. Shoot. Center. Does it have to take all the dots? Doot, doot. Left. Oh, come on. Beware of the dog men. They're behind the rabbit men. The dog men are more resistant than the rabbit men. And if you hurt them without killing them, they get mad. Oops. No. Okay. What? Shoot it again. Eat this bullet. Bitch. I'm here to cover you. Hey, I'm here to cover you, but don't get too confident. I can kill one upright beast. And then I need to reload. Oh, come on. This is obnoxious. I didn't play this game for it to be a freaking... Hey, where are you going? Ha. They left you. Cause the heck that... Oh, just come on. Die. Ah, shoot. I let them get too close. Yay, we did. Oh my god. The two men and the woman. Gone. Deserters. What do I freaking do here? I guess stay shooting them. And those creatures over there? Move spin. If you manage to wound them without killing them, they go crazy and run like a stampede. You can take advantage of them to generate a chain effect. Oh, okay. Nice. Dang. But I can't save yet. I gotta wait for this. Yay. Not gonna save. Owlmen resist like dogmen or moosemen. But if you hurt them without killing them, they fly to the front. So be careful. Oh, okay. Whatever. Oh, really? So you try to defend yourself. The jaws will crease or close around your neck and you bleed to death. So do I go right? We're still gonna shoot the thing and then... Crypto Space Invaders was not on my bingo for today. I guess I'll shoot center then. Send Elise to look for the rest. Because none of this is working right. I'm just gonna go center again. I can shoot that thing dead. And we're dead. I tried the right. And it was like, nah. I tried the left so that he can go and try to get them, but let's go for the right again. And then I'll try to shoot at the rest thing. Sheesh. Maybe left? But no, then they'll move up. You shake your head from one side to the other. You know that Lou was the first to leave, and the helplessness eats you up inside. Center, right, left? Oh, maybe. Go look for them. But if we're gonna fight here, we fight all together. Yeah, I need more people, man. I don't want to keep running away. I should be out there and win my red badge of courage. Red Badge of Courage is titled a Civil War novel you read and reread over and over again. Tells the story of a Union soldier who flees the battlefield. From that first act of cowardice, the only thing the protagonist longs for is to receive a war wound, definitive proof that he had become a man. Your Red Badge of Courage? You want a real Red Badge of Courage, Lee? I'm pregnant. Your head spins. You find it difficult to organize your thoughts. You are going to be a father? You shouldn't be. You think of your own father of all your suffering. I don't know if... I'm a coward, Vic. Lee, did you know that Stephanie Crane wrote Badge of Courage without ever having set foot on a real battlefield? The first time you saw Lou, you wanted to twist his arm and bring him to his knees. Now you smile and put an arm on his shoulder. Thanks, Lou. What? Come out and fight! You little midget. None of you move. Out, I said. My red badge of courage. Lee, don't. Pull or push? Wait, I don't know what's going on in this scene. You pull. Elise rotates her shoulders and stumbles. The rifle points at the ceiling. Push? You push. Elise loses her balance. The rifle points at her body. Pull. Elise loosens her grip and you stumble. The rifle points at the ceiling. What? I don't know either. Elise lunges at you with unpredictable force and makes unbelievable force and makes the rifle point at you. And you're dead. What? What's the point? Lee, don't. You push. Pull. 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 Pull first, then push. Then push. Oh my god, he killed her for what? It wasn't Ho's grandmother, Lee. Your hands are shaking. You didn't fire the rifle. However, somehow, you have been able to feel the different endings. You knew that in one of them Elise would be shot, and yet you didn't stop. Ah! She's alive! They shot me! The resilience of the possessed? You don't know why you're surprised. After all, Holt's grandmother is possessed by her own grandfather. Sure. Soldier who fought in the Civil War and was mowed down by a machine gun. The same machine gun whose burst you now hear outside the gas station, tearing apart creatures not mentioned in any biology textbooks. Eat bullets, you sons of bitches! I'm lost. Now we're Victoria. Now! You don't think about it too much. As Hope fires the Winans machine gun, you run as fast as you can. If you want to survive, you have to get away from there. The only word you can think of to describe what you see is pandemonium. And not only in the traditional sense, a place of noise and confusion, but in the original sense of the word, the place where all demons congregate. Really? Is that like a bar or something? Lee tries to make himself heard over the gunfire and the shrieks of the creatures. To your left, Vic! You feel jaws closing not far from your neck. You try to run faster. Get down! Oh my god, there's like quick time events? You duck down and feel the claws of a creature graze the back of your neck. Keep running. Right! Pigman tries to grab your arm, but you manage to get away. You're almost there. You get in the car and slam the door shut. You hear a knock and you jump in your seat. Let me save this so I don't have to do that again. Let's go, let's go! Lee speeds up and the pandemonium is soon behind you. You think about Lee's previous car. What a clunker. And even if you don't know exactly how Lee could get a car like this, you gratefully did. The Leonids, upright beasts, intrafamiliar possession, experimental weapons, the Order of the Elves, Men in Black, and Mothman. There they are, topics in my next book. Why are you thinking about a book? You touch your belly. With all you suffered tonight, Lou's comment seems a bit inappropriate. No shit. Wait, did I skip something? Oh, you travel in silence for a few minutes. I guess I didn't. I know, right? Are you alright, Lee? You look a little pale. Lee takes a few seconds to answer. I don't know. Lee scratches his head. I can see things before they happen, Vic. Lou leans forward. It's not that I see the future. I don't know how to explain it. It's like I can see several presents just before they happen. Ooh, it's the Quantum Witch from the last game. That's her great grandfather probably. What year does that game happen? Neocab. It's like I could see several presents just before they happen. Come on, babe. Victoria. What you're saying, Lee. Have you felt it since the episode you told us with the white light? Lee's hands are tightly clasped on the steering wheel. It's not like I can control it. The first time I felt it was in the struggle with Elise. And the second was when we were running for the car. Lee looks you in the eyes, and suddenly you can feel all his pain. And some of the presence, the creatures speak. Lee's voice breaks. The creatures, and he begins to cry. Put a hand on his shoulder. Jeez. You feel him gradually calm down with the contact. He rests his head on your hand, and you stroke his cheek. After a few minutes, you remove your hand and settle back in your seat. You look for Lou in the rearview mirror and see him jotting something down in his notebook. Lou seems to always be writing in one way or the other. You envy his tenacity, and you wonder if maybe that's what it takes to be a writer. What? Lee steps on the brake and opens the door on his side. We're here. What happened? Can you see anything from there? You shake your head. Here he comes. A baby goat? It's hurt, Vic. I am so lost. Although neither of you say anything, you think you know what you have to do. Lee kisses you on the mouth and starts the car. In the back seat, Lou clears his throat. I don't want to be anticlimactic, but the demonization of the god Pan, Satan, as a male goat. You do know there are records throughout history of bloody wars against goat men, don't you? The end? What? Chat. What was this? What? I am so confused. You know what? Sure. Continue. Oh, I can't skip the free. So what? Did they? I think in part 2 we find out the Mothman is the real baby daddy. 8 years later. Hold on. We may get some answers. Look at this suburban ass house. Oh. Is that the goat baby or their baby? There's a goat baby. Dude. I got an achievement that says not just marvelous. Okay, so this was Mothman. Make a really inaccurate drawing. Oh. I mean, this is cool. Wait. Saving this for what's the name it? What's that word? The thumbnail. Okay, but okay. Well, that was the game. Exclusive demos. What are the demos? Barney Lake. Coming soon. Oh, you want to play the demo? For Barney Lake? We still got some time in the stream. Might as well, right? What's this about? Jimmy. Oh, these are kids we're playing at this time? Truth or dare? Question takes you by surprise. I don't know. Why'd you ask him? I don't know why you ask him. He always makes the same choice. Truth. Truth. Sometimes you can't stand Doug. You only know you only chose truth because of the way he provoked you. You look at Christine and try to smile. Christine bites her lip. Hmm. Last summer, is it true that Maggie wrote you a love letter just before she left? Is that the question? Yeah, it's true. Although you're relieved, you don't know what else to add. You look at Doug and notice his expression. He's still in love with Maggie. She's going back to her family this summer. Are you going to say anything to her? That's another question, isn't it? Wow, is Christine really jealous? You walk around in silence. Bit by bit, your smile fades. You feel like every step you don't open your mouth is another missed opportunity. And you know that when you go to sleep and run a conversation in your head, 1,000 things you could have said will come to you. You think you hear someone whistling. She is cute. It's like Markiplier and Bob. Are you imagining things now? You're still bothered about yesterday. Why didn't you wait for Doug and Christine to arrive? What did you want to prove? You try to think of something else. Like your mom says, what's done is done. You clear your throat. Dear listeners. Yeah, fuck yeah. We formally kick off a new summer in Varney Lake. Doug claps his hands and Christine wolf whistles. Christine is a year and 10 months older. But when you do the radio host voice, you don't feel the age gap as much. She's Doug's cousin, and this is the 4th summer you spent together. She lives with just her mom. Her dad died in the Korean War. Doug is a few months younger than you. He's still 12, but he turns 13 in a few weeks. He never knew his father, and his mother is Christine's aunt. Christine, Doug, and you are all only children. And what has started as a joke ended up formalizing into the idea of a club. So make yourselves comfortable. You pause and point to Doug and Christine. The all-new adventures of the Only Child Club are about to begin. The club had been Doug's idea, but it was Christine who suggested trying to raise the money to buy the old Varney Lake Drive-In Theater. They say you can see strange lights at night. Christine makes a noise with her mouth. Who say? Doug doesn't answer. It wouldn't be the headlights of a ghost car, would it? You laugh. Doug takes a deep breath and shakes his head from side to side. People died in the fire. Real people. Can't you see his face, Jimmy? He's fucking with you. Doug laughs and makes some faces at you. You let out a laugh and threaten to punch him in the stomach. You get to the old sycamore tree and try to erase the memory of that time when you chickened out kissing Christine. Will you let me try it? That's the Jimmy I like. It had all started 2 summers ago. Doug had shown you a book full of old tricks that he was obsessed with. He wouldn't tell you where he found it. The book had lots of tricks and described games with cards, dice, and matches. That tin can we keep the money in isn't going to be big enough, right? Doug opens up his backpack, takes out a deck of cards, and hands it to you. In the last few years, when you three had raised enough money to get your hopes up, remember what we promised. Christine tucks her hair behind her ear. Before the youngest member of the club turns 18, Doug beats his chest. That would be me. We'll buy the drive-in. The solitaire game I invented is... There's solitaire again! Why is this person obsessed with solitaire? Solitaire game I invented is going to make us so much money. It's called Solitaire 10. You'll see why. The idea is to start from the card you turn over and try to add cards to get 10. 10? But isn't Jack worth 11? Yeah, the Jack 11, Queen 12, and the King 13. So, Doug pauses before revealing the key to his creation. Depending on the color of card you turn over, cards you choose from the board will either add or subtract to the total. Cards you might You find it hard to follow Doug's instructions. Yeah, I don't follow it either. Doug seems to realize this and signals you to wait. If the first card is red cards will add to the total and black cards will subtract. And if it's black cards will be the ones that are added, red cards subtract. And what happens if you can't reach 10? You turn over a new card and continue with that one. Okay. She seems to be about to say something, but she doesn't. And get this. Doug can't hide his excitement. If you reach 10 using all 10 cards available, you shout Super 10 and win outright. Doug taps you on the shoulder. You make a Super 10 and I give you a dare. Well, just get started. If you run out of cards and turn over and can't make 10, we count the cards in the pot and that's your final score. Okay. I don't know how to play this. I wasn't paying attention. Um, so I'm going to subtract 1. So I get 10, right? Wait. That's 10, right? Shouldn't I get 10? Can't focus on the game. Not that impressive, huh? I thought I got 10. It's this Kakegurui all over again. I do not know how to play Kakegurui. I don't know how to play that. That would be even weirder. I take it as a Japanese game that's hard to play. Now what? Christine seems to enjoy the situation. There's an easy way to make a Super 10. No, how? Christine starts to explain something, but you stop paying attention. What? It's the lewd gambling show. Oh, that show. Right. You hear a whistling sound that makes your gut clench. Ah. You see Brandon in the distance and your heart starts to race. They're looking for you. Guys, I fucked up. Doug and Christine suddenly shut up. What do you mean, fucked up? Jimmy? You pointed to a spot on the horizon and your voice cracks. It's just that Brandon. You pause and try to sound more confident. Yesterday we played dice and I fleeced him. Christine taps you on the shoulder and Doug throws his head in his hand. Fucking hell. They're going to kill us. Shh, come on, over here. Get down. Christine is almost 2 years older than you, but there are times when you feel even younger next to her. You walk nonstop for more than half an hour. If Brandon doesn't kill us, the heat will. You look at Doug. The cream he uses is invisible, but it's got a strong smell. You've gotten used to it, but it still hits your nostrils from time to time. Is it true what his mother says? Doug is the only boy who I know who's allergic to the sun. Can't believe you didn't wait for us yesterday. Brandon wanted a rematch. I didn't think he'd figure out Doug's trick. You thought, you thought, that's your problem. You think too much. You keep quiet and look straight ahead. Can't bring yourself to hold Christine's gaze. Sorry to interrupt you, but we reached the river. Little River is one of the main tributaries of Warney Lake. Is it safe? Mm-mm. You take a deep breath and cross the bridge at full speed. This makes you feel better. But even though you like her, Christine intimidates you. Come on, Doug. Don't be a pussy. Doug looks at Christine and Christine points to the bridge. Your turn. Doug starts to cross. A board moves and he lets out a scream. Christine laughs. It's beautiful, but it makes you feel hollow. That hollowness reminds you that Christine's been dating a boy from her hometown for several years, and that when the summer's over, she'll be back with him. Over there, see? Yeah, what is it? No freaking idea. Should we go see? Christine nods and Doug shrugs. You never been to this part of Warney Lake before. How far have we walked already? Not far enough yet. Brandon is. Christine seems to be looking for the right word. Bitter. Son of a bitch, you think. You walk faster to try to keep some thoughts out of your head. Christine follows close behind you and Doug. Wow. A new headquarters for the club? Gets my vote. It's abandoned? Let's go and see. Y'all run to the entrance of the mill with a surprising energy. Although the door is open, the stench of confinement is intense. There's a guy in there. Ugh. Son. For a few seconds, no one says anything. Doug seems to remember something and starts going through his backpack. My mom bought this allergy cream for me. Son. Something about the man's desperation moves you. You grab Doug's hand and shake your head. You think of your grandfather. The day he died, you had to read him a letter from your grandmother. Or you had read him a letter from your grandmother. When you finished and you thought he had fallen asleep, you got up carefully and walked to the door. He wasn't asleep. Whispering, he asked you to close all the curtains. It was 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Half an hour later, you found him dead in his bed, and you could swear he was smiling. That old man's gonna be a vampire, right? It seems updated to Barney Lake. Oh, thank you. This is a demo. I was gonna change it, but thanks. You could swear he was smiling. Doesn't need any cream, Doug. He just wants a little darkness. The sun is coming through 2 different windows. One high up, the other full of broken glass. Uh, Covered in windows? Think about asking Doug and Christine to stand in front of the lowest window, but it's full of glass and looks dangerous. As for the higher window, there's no way to cover it without using some kind of tool. Fine. Grab a blanket. Uh, Move old plow. Leaning against the high window. Leave the blanket on the floor. You ask Doug and Christine for help. You lift the old plow. Watch out for the glass. You move it closer to the window and gently rest it to block the light coming from outside. Excellent. Blanket? In the corner of the mill, you find some long reeds. You grab one. Find out, cover the window with the reeds. Oh, reed and blanket with the high window. Something occurs to you. It's the same technique your mom uses to move cobwebs from high ceiling. Yep, vampire. Only she uses a broom and an old rag. You put the blanket over the reed and lean the reed against the wall. Try to block the light coming through the window without success. You need another reed to stretch the blanket and cover more surface. Get another reed, cover the windows. Lead the second reed against the wall and tuck it under the blanket. And you block all the light. Yay! Doug's canteen bounces off one of the walls and lands on the rubble with a thud. Why did he hit it? You're not even sure you saw the old man lashing out. Let's do Kizu Monogatari. And you wonder if your brain isn't filling in the blanks. Ah! You help the old man up. Who is he? And why is he dressed like that? Because he's a vampire. You turn your head towards the door. What is a deer? The old man raises his hand, his gaze fixed upon the animal. Oh, he's definitely a vampire. None of you move a muscle. You think of Brandon laughing about how he and his brothers used to kill rabbits. You have to point a flashlight at him. They freeze like idiots. You approach slowly and a good hit. What the fuck? Why would you do that? Oh yeah, he's definitely a vampire. But what followed was no hit at all. Vampire. The body of the deer lay limp at the feet of the vampire. It's noon, and the same sun you blocked from the old mill shines with all its intensity over Varney Lake. Is that the end of the demo? Yep. Varney Lake, the second adventure in our series of Pixel Pulps, is currently in production. Stay tuned. Until the next Pixel Pulp. I kind of like these Pixel pulps, I guess they're called. That's neat. It's neat. It's a neat concept. um, but yeah, I think that's it for me today because I don't have anything else to play and I'm hungry. I'm always hungry, chat. Sometimes my stream to the end of Mothman. Yeah, I don't understand that. Um, sometimes my streams are not 3 hours. Sometimes they're two. Sometimes they're longer. It's all up in the air. Who knows? But today, that's it for me. I think this is good. I think this is like good to end it here. Me, I need some music. I need some music. I'll play this. Keep it in the theme of weird. But yeah, so that's it for me today. This was fun. This was a nice little like fun Friday, spooky, slightly weird, very day. But yeah, so yeah, yeah, they're taking away raids. Twitch is. I don't know if they have yet, but I don't have anybody to raid anyway. But that's fine. Y'all enjoy your weekend. Have good weekend, and I will be back on Monday with more bear and breakfast. I'm mostly on the herd, and it was a party. It was a party. But yeah. So have a good weekend, and I'll see y'all back here on Monday. Bye.